As you think about things settling, you might visualize, like stormy water or water in current or water that's been stirred. And you might think about that water, if it keeps being stirred, it's very difficult to see clearly through it or in it. So you might think about yourself as that, being stirred up and needing things to settle in order to just see a little clearer. So maybe you use your breath to allow things to settle down a bit. And try not to put too many expectations on how things need to settle, how clear you are going to see, how long it's going to take. Just use your exhales to maybe visualize that dropping, that release, that pause in that stirring. And you're using your inhales just to re-energize so that you can have that exhale. And if it helps, you might stay with that image, allowing things to settle, that water to begin to clear. And you can bring that image up anytime throughout practice, anytime throughout your day. And just allowing your breath to begin to take center stage here. So whether it's the sound of your own breath, whether it's the sensations of that breath in your body. And just taking a little scan of that physical body, and you might begin with your hands resting on your thighs, just noticing that contact. You might then notice your sit bones, your glute muscles resting on the floor, on the mat, on a pillow. You might then climb up to the shoulders and just visualize those shoulders in space. And maybe you're able to draw those shoulders down just slightly. And then you might bring that attention to the top of your head, and you might be able to draw that crown of the head just a little higher, finding a bit more of an active posture here. And then we'll use the next inhale to bring hands to heart, and we'll rest the thumbs on the chest. And trying to align those wrists and those elbows, just more or less. And let's take a breath in. And then on the exhale, let's just lower the right ear to the right shoulder. And just finding that length in the side of your neck. Left side. Breathing in here. And breathing out. And then on the inhale, bringing that head back through center. And let's find that same stretch on the other side. Left ear to the left shoulder. right shoulder just dropping a little further down. And breathe in. And breathe out. And then as you inhale, bringing that head back through center. Now lifting those fingers all the way up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, lowering the right hand down by your side and then reaching up and over with the left. And pausing here. Okay, so a little traction, pushing the floor away with that right hand and reaching a little further with the left fingers. Left sit bone sinks down. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then inhale as you rise all the way up. And on your exhale, other side. Left hand down. That's when you push the floor away. And then you reach a little bit more through those right fingers. Breathe in here. And breathe out. And then as you inhale through center, reach those fingers up. And on your exhale, lower the hands in front of you. And now walk your fingers forward. So now getting that stretch through that back body. So almost like clawing the floor with those fingers. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then as you inhale, rise all the way up, reach your arms towards the ceiling, and let's come into a twist. Right hand behind you, left hand to your right thigh. And then on your inhale, back through center. And on your exhale, twist towards your left. And inhale through center. And do it one more time each side, going to the right. And inhale, center. And going to your left. And then as you inhale back through center and hands in front of you, and this time coming into table pose. So in your table pose, finding your alignment and moving straight into some cows and cats. And I'm going to use my toes here, so I'm going to tuck my toes for cow pose, stretching the sole of the foot, and then untuck the toes for cat pose. You're getting maybe a stretch through the shin and the front of the ankle. And then again, inhale into your cow. And exhale into cat. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. And now finding a neutral spine and reaching the right leg out behind us. Let's plant the ball of the foot. Push the heel away. And if you really push with quite a bit of intensity, you might feel a little lightness in the left knee. And maybe that left knee just hovers over the mat. And it doesn't have to come to your chest or anything like that. Just really press that right heel away. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, if it was hovering, lower that left knee down. Right leg is going to rise on the inhale. And on your exhale, draw that knee into your chest. Inhale and lengthen. And then knee to the right elbow. And inhale, lengthen. And knee to your left elbow. And inhale, lengthen. And now bring that knee back to your chest. So round your spine a lot. Push the floor away. Maybe that knee is coming towards your nose. Take another breath in. Breath out. And then as you inhale, lengthen that leg out. And lower that knee down onto the mat. Inhale, chest forward. Maybe tucking the toes back into your cow pose. Exhale and round into cat. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And round. Exhale. And let's find again that neutral spine. And now the left leg will rise. Inhale. And let's plant the ball of the foot. And you're pushing the heel away. There's quite a bit of engagement in that left leg. And maybe that right knee hovers. You're using your arms here too. Try not to round your spine. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower that right knee down. Left leg rises. Inhale. and knee to chest, exhale. Lengthen, inhale, and bring that knee to the outside of your left elbow. Lengthen, inhale, and now knee to your right elbow. Lengthen, inhale, and then knee to chest, and we're going to hold. So again, that space in that upper back. Breathe in and breathe out. On your inhale, lengthen, and back to table pose, exhale. Inhale, chest forward, gaze up, and on your exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And once you're in downward facing dog, inhale, lift your right leg out behind you. And as you exhale, bend that knee and open up your hip. And let's find some circles with that right knee. Bring it out to the side, underneath you, cross, and then again up and out. And another circle in that direction. And now switch direction. And one more circle. And then on your exhale, lower that foot down. Inhale, come out into a plank pose, rolling out your spine. And exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, out into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll go for the left side. So left leg rises on your inhale. And as you exhale, bend that knee. So remember to keep your shoulders square to the mat and find your circles. Then we'll do 3 on each side or each direction. So switch and finding that other direction. And one more circle. And then lower that foot back down, coming back into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. Press those heels down. See if you can lift your toes. Another full breath in. And full breath out. Now on your inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale slowly, vertebra by vertebra, make your way up to stand. And on your exhale, shoulders away from your ears, palms facing forward. Mountain pose. Once you arrive to mountain pose, wiggle your toes. Lift them, spread them, and then soften them back down onto the mat. Arms lift on your inhale. And as you exhale, interlace your fingers, palms towards the ceiling. Get a good stretch through the side body. Take another breath in. And exhale, side stretch. So you keep pushing those palms away and just lean towards your right. Inhale, back through center. And now same thing, lean towards your left. Inhale, center. And now arms wide all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, and plant your hands, downward facing dog, exhale. With your next inhale, right leg rises. And as you exhale, bend that knee, open up your hip. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, plant that foot between your hands. Keeping your hands framing that front foot. With your next inhale, lower your hips and bring your chest forward. And then on your exhale, send your hips back, straighten that front leg. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to come forward. Exhale and back. And inhale forward. And exhale back. Let's pause here. We're going to scoot those hands a little closer towards us. Remember, blocks here, good idea. Okay, and then we're going to press down through the left hand and we're going to open up towards the right. So right arm comes out and up towards the ceiling. So quite an intense stretch for the outer right hip. So just notice that. Breathe in and breathe out. And another breath in. And then on your exhale, lower that right hand. Find that neutral spine, breathe in here. And then as you exhale, bend into that front knee and step the back foot forward. Halfway lift, inhale, and fold, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And exhale, bring hands to heart. So back in mountain pose, take a breath in just here. And breath out. With your next inhale, arms lift. And as you exhale, find the awkward interlace of the fingers, palms towards the ceiling. And again, that side body stretch here. Breathe in. And we're going to the left. Push those palms away. Try to keep your shoulders stacked. And inhale back through center. And let's go to the right. Exhale. Inhale and center. And then arms wide all the way down. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. And step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then on your inhale, left leg will rise. And as you exhale, bend that knee and open up your hip. Inhale, straighten the leg behind you. And exhale, plant that foot between your hands. Lowering your hips and lifting your chest on the inhale. And then exhale as we straighten that front leg, hips back. And then again, inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now with that front leg straight, let's walk those hands back. And now we're going to press down through the right hand. And we're going to open up towards the left arm out and up. And now we're getting that outer hip stretch, left side. Squeeze those inner thighs towards one another. Breathe in. Breathe out. And another breath in. And on your exhale, lower that hand. Bend into that front knee, frame that front foot, and step that back foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to heart. Back in mountain pose, breathe in. And breathe out. As you inhale, arms lift. And on your exhale, right hand wraps around the left wrist and pull that left wrist up and over. So keep that lower belly lifted so you're not collapsing into your lower back here. And inhale through center and switching your wrists other side. Exhale. And inhale center and arms wide fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Full breath in. And full breath out. With your inhale, come out into plank pose. And on your exhale, we're going to lower down. So maybe your knees first. And then your torso. On your inhale, cobra, lift the chest. As you exhale, lower. So use your glutes and legs here. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And one more. Inhale, cobra. And on your exhale, lower. We're going to reach those arms all the way in front of us. And again, going for those side stretches. So walk your hands all the way to the right. Maybe cross your left hand over the right. Feel that stretch. And then maybe add your legs, walk your feet towards the right too. Full breath in. Full breath out. And inhale through center. And let's go to the other side. So hands towards the left. Your right hand might cross over. And once you feel that stretch, you might then add on your feet. So feet also to the left. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then as you inhale back through center. And now bringing those hands under your shoulders and all the way back into child's pose. So sit bones to your heels, arms maybe in front of you. Maybe you bend your elbows. Rest your forehead on forearms or fists. 5 cycles of breath. So right here, after all that movement, again, if you visualize that stirring of water, kind of the water, the body got stirred up, and now in quiet and stillness, we let things settle. We just let things settle so that we can see clearly. Let's take another breath in and breath out. And then on your inhale, let's come onto forearms and knees. Okay. So bringing those elbows under the shoulders, interlacing the fingers, pinky side on the mat. Make sure that your elbows are not too wide. And then when you're ready, we're going to tuck those toes and we're going to move into dolphin pose. So lifting those hips and knees. And if it's available, walk your feet towards your elbows. Keep lifting those sit bones up and back and use your forearms to push the floor away. Breathe in here. And breathe out. And another breath in. Remember, bend your knees here to get those hamstrings out of the pose so they're not limiting the length and space you can create in your back. One more full breath in. And then on your exhale, lowering your knees and coming back all the way into child's pose. And this time your arms could come by your sides. Maybe shoulders got a little tired. So rest those shoulders, allow them to drop towards the mat. And another breath in. And breath out. And now with your next inhale, come onto all fours. So now hands and knees. Spread those fingers. Press through the base of your fingers and through the end of your fingers. And with your next inhale, lift the right leg out behind you. And now as you exhale, cross that right foot over towards the left and just push that right heel away. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And now on your inhale, lift that right leg, bring it through center, and we're going to bring it all the way to the right side. And then inhale, bring it back through center, and then again all the way to the left. Inhale through center and to the right. And inhale center and to your left. And now on your inhale, bring it through center, and we're going to bring it to the right, and we're just going to plant the whole foot. So try to align the arch of that right foot with your left knee. Press through the outer edge of that right foot. toes are pointing forward. With your next inhale, your right arm opens and lifts towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, right arm threads towards your left. And inhale to open again to the right. Exhale to thread. And inhale to open. And exhale to thread. And now on your inhale, open. And on your exhale, come back, hand lowers to the ground. With your next inhale, your right leg lifts. Toes are pointing forward. You're using that outer hip here. Take another breath in. And exhale, send it all the way back behind you, toes pointing down. Take another breath in here. And now on your exhale, lower that knee to the mat and coming back into table pose. So let's give those shoulders a bit of a roll here. Inhale as you bring your chest forward and up. And exhale as you round your spine. And 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And round. Exhale. And finding your neutral spine. And as you're ready, your left leg now rises behind you. And on your exhale, we're going to cross that left foot over to the right side. And we're just going to rest it there. So ball of the foot plants. Heel pushes away. Try to square your hips. Okay, so your right hip might need to push back a bit. Take another breath in. And breath out. And then on your inhale, that left leg rises, comes through center. And then as you exhale, we're bringing it all the way to the left. And let's do that again. Center, inhale, and to the right. And center, inhale, and to the left. And one more time. Inhale, center, and cross to the right. And inhale, center. And now all the way to the left. And we're going to plant that foot. And again, that alignment between right knee, left arch, toes pointing forward. When you're ready, left arm opens and lifts. On your exhale, thread to the right. And again, inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And thread. Exhale. And now as you inhale, open. And then lowering your left hand down. We're going to find now that lift through that left leg. So inhale to lift, toes pointing forward. Quite a bit of action here. And exhale, send it all the way back behind you. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, lower that knee down. And it's your table pose. Inhale, chest forward, gaze up. And on your exhale, round your spine and all the way into child's pose. So once again, sit bones towards your heels. This time, hands in front of you. Let's bring palms together, thumbs pointing up. And bend your elbows. Bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. And once again, using this child's pose, this, a bit more stillness to let things settle. And maybe to get a little bit more clarity. And then on your inhale, let's come back into downward facing dog. Planting hands, lifting hips and knees. And then giving that neck a little attention here. So let's take a breath in. And then on the exhale, let's look towards the right armpit. And then inhale as you bring your head through center. And now let's look to the left armpit. And inhale, center. And now to the right elbow. And center. And to your left elbow. Center. And now lift your gaze, looking towards your fingers and beyond. And then bring your gaze all the way to the belly button. So really tucking that chin to the chest. And then allow that head to hang. And with your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. And as you exhale, forward fold. Let's interlace those fingers and bring the hands to the back of your neck. Elbows heavy, head heavy. 3 breaths here. To stand. As you come to the top, draw those shoulders up and then down the back and turn your palms forward. Wiggle your fingers. Relax the jaw and the eyes. With your next inhale, bring hands to heart. And then as you exhale, lower the chin to your chest. Take another breath in. And right ear to right shoulder. And breath in. And chin back to chest. Breath in here. Left ear, left shoulder. And breath in. And chin to chest. On your inhale, arms lift, gaze lifts. And as you exhale, hands behind you. Interlace them at your lower back. Open up your chest, lift the gaze. And on your exhale, if it's available, forward fold. And maybe arms up and over. And just look from side to side, breathing in. And breathing out. And another breath in. And breath out. And now releasing those hands. And now bending your knees and lowering those sit bones towards your heels. Bring your arms in front of you. That can be like a good counterweight so that you don't drop those sit bones completely onto the ground, and you can do it with a bit more control. Take another breath in. And then on your exhale, lower those sit bones down. Bring those knees well into the chest and then wrap your hands around those shins. Squeeze those knees in, maybe point your toes, and maybe rest your forehead on the knees. And 3 cycles of breath. And now lifting your gaze, we'll open up those knees, we'll bring those arms between the knees, first 2 fingers and thumb around the big toes. And then draw that chest forward. So use your arms here, elbows are bending, knees are drawing back behind you. And you could stay, or you could begin to open up those feet. You could begin to straighten the legs. Using your arms. So again, elbows are bent. I'm really drawing those toes towards me, but at the same time, I'm pushing my chest forward. Take another breath in. Breath out. And then on your inhale, let's bring those legs together. And here you could switch from toes to knees, coming into a boat pose. If it's available, you could let go of the toes and see if you can keep your legs lifted. Take another breath in. And breath out. And one more full breath in. And then on your exhale, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, lowering the feet to the mat, lengthening your spine. Inhale. And on your exhale, you might reach that chest forward and down. Now coming into a forward fold, allowing your spine to round. And directing your inhales, the expansion of the inhales into that back body. And another breath in. And breath out. And then on your inhale, slowly lifting that spine. And we're going to send the right leg out to the side, keeping that left heel in. And then flexing that right foot, toes towards your shin, both sit bones planted. Let's lift those arms on the inhale. And then on the exhale into a side stretch, right hand towards that right leg and reaching up and over with the left. Inhale as you come through center, arms lift. And now on your exhale, we're just going to plant that left hand and we're going to lift onto the left shin, reaching the right arm over, lifting the hips. And let's do that 2 more times. So come through center on the inhale, arms lift. And then on your exhale, right hand to that right leg, side stretch. Inhale through center. And then left hand plants, come onto that left shin, lift your hips and get that space in the right side of your body. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, side stretch towards the right. And inhale, center. And planting that left hand, lift your hips. And now on your inhale, back through center. Both arms will lift. And on your exhale, just lower the hands in front of you. Walk your fingers forward. And walk them any amount. Okay. Try to keep your toes pointing up, those right toes, and that right knee pointing towards the ceiling. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then as you inhale, slowly coming up, and we'll switch legs, reaching the left leg out, right heel in. Take your time, settle in, feel those sit bones, engage that left leg, spine perpendicular to the ground. When you're ready, arms lift. And as you exhale, left hand to that left leg, side stretch. Inhale as you come back through center. And now we're planting that right hand, coming onto that right shin and giving that left side a little extra stretch. And 2 more like that. Through center on your inhale and towards the left. Exhale. And center. Inhale. And plant your hand. Hips lift. Exhale. And back through center. Inhale. And towards the left. Exhale. And center. Inhale. And plant those hands. Find that lift of the hips. And now inhale through center. Arms lift. And let's go into that forward fold on this side. Lowering the hands in front of you. And walking those fingers forward. Any amount. And now as you inhale, slowly coming back up. And let's bend both knees, Plant both feet and we'll come down onto our backs. So arms can reach forward. Take a breath in, relax those shoulders. Exhale, come halfway down. Take another breath in, expand your chest. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto your mat. And once you get here, bring your heels a little closer to your sit bones. Bring the arms by your side. Bridge pose. So we'll use the inhale to lift the hips. And then on the exhale, we'll lower. And then again, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. And one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. Now on your inhale, lift your hips. And let's pause here. Okay, so you take it to where you need it. So maybe it's staying with more of a neutral spine here. Maybe you want more of a back bend. And you do that by tucking your shoulders underneath you, interlacing your fingers, and then really pushing those hips high. Chin towards the chest, chest towards the chin. Breathe in and breathe out. And then from wherever you are, we're going to really slowly lower back to the mat. Okay, so we're doing that by lengthening the spine. So think here, sit bones reaching towards your heels as you lower first the upper parts of your spine and then gradually down. And the last would be the sacrum and that tailbone. And once you've got that spine down on the mat, bring your feet a little wider and let your knees rest against one another. We're going to bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And let's just breathe and slowly, or actually breathe and slow down that breath. You might be able to notice that slowing down by noticing that the lowering and lifting of chest and belly occur at slightly different times. So as you inhale, you might notice that your belly fills or lifts first, and then is followed by your chest. And then as you exhale, you might lower first the chest, and then lastly the belly. And just keep that awareness of the breath. Nothing else to do right now. And it's not only that breath, but all that goes along with it that you can stay focused on. So the sound of that breath, the movement of that breath, all the other sensations that go along with each inhale and with each exhale. all the sensations that go along with the spaces between those inhales and exhales. The rhythm of that breath. And now you could stay focused on that breath, or you could let your attention just move around. But as your attention moves around, you are not moving around. So you stay centered and stable. You stay present on your mat. And you might even be able to watch that attention move around. And then eventually we'll just find a place to just be. So if you're comfortable right here, you would stay. And we'll just take a moment to allow the body to rest and give ourselves permission to not make anything happen in any certain way. Give ourselves permission to step to the side for a moment and to watch. And now gently adding a little doing to the physical body by deepening and lengthening the breath, by moving fingers, toes, maybe by stretching those arms overhead, and then making our way onto one side. Knees towards the chest, arms supporting the head, finding a breath in and a breath out, maybe a sigh. And then slowly making our way up and meeting in a comfortable seat, finding hands at heart. And taking this moment here to acknowledge the practice, to acknowledge ourselves for practicing, to acknowledge those who practice with us, and to acknowledge those who make it possible. And we'll end with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.